And what a night this promises to be. We are back at our spiritual home. We are back in Newcastle, live at the warehouse. I'm Max Reynolds, alongside the four-time N.E.W champion Owen. And Owen, tonight is about so many multiple different feuds and matches, but this one has to be right up there, a last man standing match between Sean Stevenson and Troy Webster. It cannot get any more personal between these two guys.
I think Troy Webster can finally put this ghost of Sean Stevenson behind him tonight and finally get that singles career that he has been looking for here in N.E.W.
Now remember that Troy Webster has already beaten Sean Stevenson on multiple of occasions. This really is Stevenson's last chance, who has caused tremendous controversy by getting a match at the pay-per-view in the first place. Our pre-extended event, of course, being friends with the boss certainly hasn't hurt Sean Stevenson's standing at Supremacy here tonight. The question is, Erwin, will he earn that spot on the card? Will he finally beat Troy Webster in a last man standing match? I can't wait to see this one. The response from Stevenson may arguably be key to his career.
Well then, of course, the junior men's championship is up for grabs in a Hell in a Cell. Jack Murphy, the opponent of the current champion, the Reaper, and I don't know whether this opportunity that he's fought so hard for is really the prize that he seeks.
Yeah, I mean, the Demon Seed, the Demon of Fleet Street, the Reaper going, of course, against the Duker of Dudley. Jack Murphy, relatively a newbie here on the N.E.W scene, has made a tremendous impact since his debut. Of course, the Reaper's won just about everything there is to win. Claims he doesn't even care about the title he currently holds, and Jack Murphy will meet the Demon in the most demonic structure in professional wrestling. It's Hell in a Cell, and I don't think this bodes well for Murphy. I think you're absolutely right. I think the extra experience factor of the Reaper and his sheer demonic streak will come through.
We will find out. Another member of End Times defends their championship here tonight. The United Kingdom Championship, currently held by Grime, is on the line in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and his opponent is the Prodigy.
Well, the Prodigy, of course, on that quest to finally win a title here in N.E.W. Of course, the Prodigy, over a 3-year veteran here in N.E.W, and is yet to win a singles title. Tonight could be the night he finally breaks that duck and could become the new United Kingdom champion, but he has to beat the informed member of End Time, ipso facto the leader of End Times right now is arguably Grime, because he has their most important championship within the group. The Reaper won't like to hear it, but there's a lot of pressure on this young man's shoulders tonight to keep flying the flag for End Times.
Indeed, going to be an interesting fight, almost an unexpected opponent. The Prodigy has proven himself, well, and these two have certainly proven themselves both in their long and short time in N.E.W. The World Championship is on the line in an hour-long Ironman match. Vega looking to take that championship from Razor Parsons, who will come out on top at the end of the night.
This is essentially Ronin Pro's Marquee Man and Razor Parsons versus N.E.W's Marquee Man in Vega, two of the most decorated men on the wrestling scene, period. Vega has won pretty much everything there is to win in N.E.W. Razor Parsons arguably made one of the biggest impacts in N.E.W history. Who will win Supremacy here tonight? Who will walk out tonight as World Heavyweight Champion? My money's on the big man, but you never know. This Parson kid has surprised a few people so far.
It certainly has. We will find out as the night goes on, but tonight we are going to kick things off with an Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way match.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, New York, Taryn Harvey.
What a role this young lady's been on as of late, Taryn Harvey, and of course it being Extreme Rules, I would say she could be a strong favourite for this Fatal 4-Way. Harvey, Lopez, Morgan Morales and Super Tornado, of course the women's rankings here, all important to get a shot at both women's titles, the junior and of course the women's heavyweight championship.
Such a big stage to do it as well.
Well, Morgan Morales disappeared for a few weeks and came back and made an immediate impact. She's only been back about a fortnight, Erwin, and she's already got a match on our free extended event here at Supremacy. I mean, what does that tell you about this young lady's talent? What does that tell you about how highly Adrian Goldman rates Morgan Morales?
It's a very good point. Morgan Morales, of course, absent from our screens for some time, but as you said, her impact has landed her a place this opening bout here at Supremacy, here in the warehouse in Newcastle.
And from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, the Tornado.
The lively luchadores, Super Tornado, Mrs. Unorthodox herself. There is no one quite like Super Tornado in the N.E.W. women's division. Will that extra factor, that extra pep in her step, make her the wild card here tonight, Erwin?
Proudly trained at the Diaz Dojo. Super Tornado, after that survival fight for her job, looking to gain another victory here tonight.
And from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Laura Lopez.
The Argentine assassin Laura Lopez has finally started to earn her name. 2 or 3 key victories as of late here in N.E.W. The former MMA fighter, those hard kicks are becoming synonymous with her strong style, and of course her sheer size and strength could always be a factor in this multi-person matchup, Erwin. I think Lopez, of course, may be the long shot, but she could surprise a few people here tonight.
All of these women have made a name for themselves in recent weeks, especially Taryn Harvey, the roughhouser, Morales, the betrayer, Super Tornado, the survivor, Lopez, the queen of the battle royal. Certainly going to be an interesting matchup here.
Roy Hunter rings the bell here. Our official for our first match here at Supremacy is underway. Extreme Rules, pins of submission have to take place within the ring. Of course, it's fatal 4-way rules, so it's first pin or submission to win.
Morales already looking for one here. Such a flip.
Hunter a little bit slow on the count there. Got the 2. Roll up. Oh, Tornado
reversal.
counter. Beautiful there. Oh, and again. It flips aplenty between Tornado and Morales. Taryn Harvey and Laura Lopez weren't taking too close attention to that. Too busy kicking each other in the head.
Yeah, I'm not sure how wise that was. They could have missed their opportunity right there.
I think I am right in saying that, Erwin. This isn't elimination style matches. It's first pin or submission wins, right? Is that right? Yes.
As far as I am aware, yes. Lopez and Harvey, the only ones in the ring, therefore the only ones that can get said legal pin or submission.
But of course, Super Tornado, Morgan Morales can do all that damage on the outside. Those wafer thin mats offering little to no protection. Tornado and Morales,
holding,
just splitting into 2 separate brawls here. Taryn Harvey had Lopez in the corner, stiff forearm there. I'll keep focused on what's going on in the ring here. Oh, arm drag takedown. I think.
Hang on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, I thought. Thought Harvey was looking for that gut wrench.
He changed her mind, working on the arm. Of course, Harvey, that submission specialist, may be thinking a submission in a fatal 4-way scenario where we might be the better way to go. Oh,
quicker than a pin in many aspects. Speaking of pins, she's opted for one. And not even a 1.
Tornado's just been ramming the head of Morales, meanwhile, on the outside into the barrier. It's turning into a bad night at the office for Morgan Morales. Super Tornado's attack has continued here. Morales trying to fight back.
Big boot from Lopez in the ring. Harvey, though, still fighting back.
Morales just dropped a huge Spanish fly on Super Tornado on the outside. Now that is what you call a comeback. Oh, belly to belly overhead by Lopez. We've talked about that corn strength.
Looking for weaponry.
Oh, it's a sledgehammer.
Stopping her, but a pin in the ring. Only a 1.
Well, the first weapon of the night has been used. Could be an ominous sign ahead. Oh, Russian leg sweep there by Tornado. Now 4 ladies all back in the ring.
trouble, being sent to the outside.
At least they
Lopez.
were.
Yeah, Morales opting to recover on the outside as well. Oof.
Bearing in mind, of course, Morales just took that shot to the sledgehammer right to the midsection, so there's no way she's going to be 100% after that swift drop kick there by Tornado, who seems to be in the driving seat. What a win this would be for the lively luchadores.
Facing drop kick in the corner as well. Caught Taryn Harvey off guard.
Seemed to see Taryn Harvey at the back of the head there. Great instincts by Tornado. Going for a pin here. Morales' drop kicks are hitting nothing but air. Double axe handle finally breaks up the pin and now continues the attack on Harvey. I love that. I know these two ladies, what a match these two could have. I mean, such conflicting styles, but both have such speed and athleticism.
Morales catches Tornado in the ropes.
Oh! What a hanging neck breaker there. Beautiful by Morales. Laura Lopez on the outside looking for more things to play with. Zero distance spear! Tremendous shot there by Morales. Right on Tornado.
Got a chair in as well from Lopez.
Shades of the former heavyweight champion Cowboy Roy with one hellacious zero distance spear there.
Now she faces Taryn Harvey, while Lopez has just wiped out Tornado some more. Harvey in trouble.
And Lopez using her head quite literally there, just headbutting Taryn Harvey in the back of the neck before throwing her across the ring like a ragdoll. Morales was there, however, to deliver yet another neck breaker, becoming a Morales staple on the top rope.
You know what this could mean.
Shooting star press. Beautifully delivered by Morales. That is a game changer. That is a match winner. Is that enough? It is. Smoker Morales has won the first match at Supremacy in Extreme Rules. Fatal 4-way. What a win for Morales.
Tornado couldn't quite get in time to break up that pin. What a match to kick things off here at Supremacy. See that early roll-up situation between the two.
You see now on second looking, it looked Lopez had that much better scouted than I thought she did while she was kicking Harvey in the face. Harvey again attempting that pin later on the match. No joy, tremendous strength there with the overhead belly to belly by Lopez. I thought Lopez or Harvey would have been the two favourites in that watch. You see the shots on the outside there by Tornado as well. It's a great shot with a sledgehammer by Tornado.
There's that rolling kick inside of Taryn Harvey's head. Brutal zero distance spear as you caught. I was too busy paying attention to Laura Lopez coming in with that chair.
Big win for Morales. She's just got back and she has made an impact. She has reigned supreme at Supremacy in the junior women's rankings. Morales is sitting pretty. 2 wins, no losses. Oh, wait a minute, Erwin.
See backstage, that's Adrian Goldman stepping out of his limo.
What a limo. The size of that thing. Adrian Goldman has arrived, the boss for New Extremes Wrestling. What a rampage of terror this man has been on as of late.
Yeah, we might as well get our insults in before he gets to a headset.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Kobe, Japan, weighing in at 195 pounds, Matora Hosakwai.
We're staying with what made New Extremes Wrestling famous. It's Extreme Rules. And it's a Matoda Hosakai versus Bourne. Now this has become an incredibly personal rivalry between these two men, Erwin.
Yeah, essentially one another, trying to get one up on the other. But Matoda Hosakai has been playing quite the mind games with Bourne, arguably.
240 pounds, B-O-N-E.
But I would have to disagree, Erwin. I would say if anyone has been playing mind games, it would be this guy, Bourne. He has outright said to Matoda Hosakai that Hosakai just simply does not belong in an N.E.W. ring. Both these guys still technically in the junior division, but if you look at the contrast between the stats, these two guys' careers, you couldn't get two more polar opposites. Bourne has already been a champion. Bourne has already got a specialised match. He calls Hosakai a glorified chef, which essentially is what Hosakai was trained to do.
Well, but while Bourne may have angered Hosakai, it was Hosakai who got himself involved in an Extreme Rules match between Bourne and Crazy Hammer. It was Matoda Hosakai who wanted to be Bourne's tag team partner and got that match.
It's a fair point.
Now it's turned to this.
Boy, Hunter again playing double duty here tonight, rings the bell, and here we go. Our second match of the night. Matoda Hosakai have a great start here, the slam to Bourne. Now, I mean, in all seriousness, if Matoda Hosakai could get a win here tonight over Bourne, he's got all the tools. It's just getting that final piece of the puzzle. If Hosakai can actually win here tonight, because he is the underdog in my mind, that would be a huge step forward in the career of Matoda Hosakai.
Certainly would. Single leg dropkick by Bourne, taking him down.
I mean,
Hosakai wisely rolling to the outside though.
Yeah, Hosakai trying to get a little bit of extra air into those lungs, comes back with a hard clothesline, takes down Bourne. Just goes to show you that extra second sometimes can make all the difference. Runs those ropes, drop down.
Can't quite get the lift on Bourne there though.
Yeah, I mean the size difference as well. I mean, Matoda Hosakai and Bourne doesn't look like there's much in it, but Bourne's is just pure muscle. Hosakai a lot leaner.
Put a boot there. Caught by Bourne.
Just tremendous core strength there by Bourne. Is a perfect example of that. I mean, no disrespect to Hosakai, but Bourne's an athlete. Bourne has been a professional athlete his entire adult life.
I've said it before, I believe Hosakai needs a bit more time at the compound. Rather than challenging people like Bourne who've been here a while longer than he has, had a chance to
Russian leg sweep.
Ropes.
Matoda Hosakai, you cannot doubt this kid's heart or spirit. The former chef from Kobe, Japan, fighting back here.
What a power slam.
Tremendous power slam off the ropes, going for a pin here. Roy Hunter with the count.
Again,
Only got the one.
His last few matches have certainly impressed me, don't get me wrong, but I think he needs to hone his skills that a little bit more.
It's that final piece of the puzzle there with it.
Rather than getting caught up in feuds like this.
Feuds like this I think could help the kid in the long run. I mean, there's no substitute for in-ring experience. Yes, it's on a big stage. Yes, there's more at stake here, but these are the kind of matches, if Hosakai wins, then he can silence a few of his doubters. It's all or nothing here.
Quick forearm causes Bourne to drop it. Sent into the corner.
You have to admire the ambition from Hosakai. He's putting a lot on the line. Goldman will not tolerate losers here in N.E.W, as the recent firings would suggest.
Fairly clear, yes.
GB8 neck wrench countered, but neck breaker by Bourne. This is the clothesline.
Hosakai again with another opening here.
Swift elbow right to the jawline of Bourne. Hosakai has been composed in this match. I've been impressed by this kid so far here tonight.
For a pin.
Only got the one again.
Needs to keep that pressure on Bourne. Looks like he intends to. Going up to the top.
What a leg drop. Tremendous leg drop. I've not seen that from Hosakai before. He's pulling out all the stops here tonight at Supremacy. He found some air. Beautiful leg drop. You have to consider that baseball bat as well was under the body of Bourne.
Right face first into it. That sit out face buster.
Good lord, that could be all right there. No. Bone kicks out.
No idea how Bone managed to kick out of that.
Head connected savagely with that bat, a mean streak we have not seen from Matoda Hosakai before. May just winning this match, primed and ready.
Looking to inflict more damage here. Tenderizer!
Again, landing on the tail end of that bat, that could be it. That is it, Matoda Hosakai with a huge, dominating victory over Bomb. The chef got his spices right tonight. My God, what a big win that is.
The question now is, can Hosakai take this victory and make it count? We'll no doubt find out in the forthcoming weeks on Brawl. Next, I'm going to take a look at the feud that's led to our next one-on-one matchup.
Here is your winner, Matoda Hosakai.
Clearly still angry at what Wade Nelson did. GBH
Cobra Clutch Slam!
Focusing, laser focused on Nelson.
Going for a pin.
Wanted with the count, 2. Vegas there, interference. It's over.
That's it. Gonzalez. Oh, Gonzalez buster. Very similar appearance to the younger Shatopa.
How the hell of it?
Shatopa looks less
There's no one
sleepless.
tell me these things. Trying
Going for a
Gonzalez goes
pin.
to the pin again. There it is.
Oh wait, hang on a second.
Oh!
That
God, the graphics weren't even off the screen.
Kobayashi sent to face Crazy Hammer here. That's not Crazy Hammer, I think that's Zach Fuller. Hang on a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Crazy Hammer looking incredibly frustrated here by that music being played. Kobayashi doesn't look any of the wiser. Zach Fuller's music there. Oh, Kobayashi is letting this happen. Oh, fine there by Jacobs. Oh, hard
Clothesline to
clothesline.
the outside. Oh, hang on a second. For the second time here tonight, we hear that music, and this is an Extreme Rules match.
What is Zach Fuller's deal? Yeah, Brock Moss.
He's tapping in the dots and the dash is not scored.
There it is. Boom, it's done. Brad Moss, huge, huge win.
Making his way to the ring from Fargo, North Dakota, weighing in at 240 pounds, Wade Nelson. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 240 pounds, Brad Horn.
Well, the controversy surrounding this match continues. Wade Nelson, of course, was teaming with Zach Fuller when all this started, and Brad Morse got between those two best friends. I think a lot of people would like to see Wade Nelson get a shot at Zach Fuller for his betrayal, but instead he gets the Puppet Master, Owen. He gets Brad Morse.
Yeah, once again, for some reason we are seeing a rematch. Seeing Brad Morse and Wade Nelson, rather than Wade Nelson getting a shot at Zach Fuller, which is essentially what this has been all about. Assuming Brad Morse called it to question the way Wade Nelson got the victory with that unsuspecting low blow.
From Fargo, North Dakota, weighing in at 240 pounds, Wade Nelson.
That's a great point, Erwin. The usually clean-cut, fair-fighting Wade Nelson pulled a few cheap and dirty tricks in his last match against Brad Morse, winning with that low blow. This just shows you, I think, just the level of hurt, quite frankly, that Wade Nelson is feeling about this whole scenario. Him and Zach Fuller have been friends for over 15 years.
Well,
they are childhood buddies, and has allegedly essentially has been betrayed by his very best friend.
Let's not forget whose jacket he's wearing as well, perhaps somewhat inspired by red, blurring the lines of what's legal within that ring. Oh!
Roy Hunter in his third match here tonight rings a bell. It's been a busy night for Roy so far.
Brad Morse looking for a suplex. Wade Nelson with a quick block. Oh, look at this.
Oh, tremendous feat of strength there by Nelson.
Oh! Still keeping hold of that wrist.
A wrist lock suplex. It kept him on the ground, kept working on the arm. Oof.
Just stomping away on Morse's hand.
Yes, this is good tactics here by Nelson, in my opinion. Owen, I mean, of course, Brad Morse with that dreaded cutter. The Morse code, his key piece of offense. He can hit it from pretty much out of nowhere. I mean, if Nelson damages the arms of Morse and he just simply can't deliver it, it's pretty obvious that Nelson's here's got a plan early on.
Morse has opted to take this to the outside. I'm not sure how wise that is. The count starts. Oh!
Yeah, this is just a singles match, right? You know,
yeah,
it's
this is just one-on-one.
This is just a normal standard matchup, so Roy quite rightly with the count there. Oh, look at that strength.
Draping Nelson. Oh! To a neck breaker.
Morse taking his sweet.
Hang on a second.
Wait a minute.
That's Casey Judge.
What the hell is Casey Judge doing here? Oh, the referee is calling it. Casey Judge went right with Brad Morse. Brad Morse trying to fight back, and Judge just took out Brad Morse.
What is going on here?
No! What the hell does Casey Judge have anything to do with this? Well, Brad Morse is a winner by disqualification. But what the hell is going on?
Well, needless to say, that match is over, and I guess we're moving on. That means we're moving into the grudge match, the last man standing match between Sean Stevenson and Troy Webster. We're going to take a look now just exactly how this one has built up. I've just got to question who is going to be the last man standing here tonight. If you go by record, it's certainly going to be Troy Webster.
Oh, it's going to be Troy Webster. I think everybody knows it's going to be Troy Webster. The mere fact that this match is happening is laughable on a pre-extended event. The only reason Sean Stevenson has even got near this opportunity is because he's buddies with the boss. Why make any bones about it? That's the truth. in. Sean Stevenson.
Yeah. Suplex. Oh,
Wait, no. Oh my word!
oh, look at this.
Wasting any time here. This it's gonna get heated real quick.
I could be looking for it again.
There it is, the web! What a tombstone.
Oh, wait. Sean Stevenson just hopped the rail.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh! The web! Oh, there it is. He has on his entire career.
Oh, hang on.
The web! Oh, dear Lord.
Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, Sean Stevenson.
Well, if there was a heavyweight championship for egotism, this guy could be the longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time. Sean Stevenson, friend of Adrian Goldman, California's classiest versus Louisiana's loser. Can you imagine the ego of this guy to try and market this match that way when he has lost quite literally 6 times in a row to Troy Webster? Why in the name of God is this match even happening at Supremacy? There, I said it.
My answer does not lie with me. Sean Stevenson, again, claiming that I believe 5 wins to Troy Webster is a lucky streak, and the luck runs out. Well, I think his point to prove has been long lost. This should be over by now, but it seems this last man standing match will hopefully be the final determination in this rivalry, this one-sided rivalry.
And his opponent from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 235 pounds, Troy Webster.
Enters the trailblazer, Troy Webster, one half of the first ever tag team champions here in N.E.W, of course. Now stepping out on his own. And what a run this kid's been on as of late. He's always had the tools, Erwin, but lately been using that new finishing maneuver that he calls the web, that modified, devastating tombstone, which could be the difference maker for this young man's career.
I think the pugilist Troy Webster just has Sean Stevenson's number, that this is going to be a one-sided affair and it's going to be over very fast, and I think that's exactly what Troy Webster wants, so he can actually carry on with the career he wants. I mean, I've said it a million times. Those who quit never win, those who win never quit, but those who never win and never quit are idiots. And that is what Sean Stevenson is starting to make of himself here.
Well, we know Webster can beat Stevenson to a count of 3. Can he beat him to a count of 10? We're about to find out. Last man standing rules. Suplex there by Stevenson. Good start by Goldman's buddy. Hard clothesline there by Webster. Fighting back.
All of his body weight into that one.
Yeah, I mean, that speed and strength combo of Webster is what makes him special. It really has clicked for this young man as of late.
Banger up. fast, as you say.
It's the only speed Troy Webster knows. I'm pretty sure.
Oof.
He has one setting, and it's full, and it's full throttle.
Oh. Boot to the gut.
And there you see it. Hard clothesline again. God, that's being hit by a train. Sean Stevenson already looks like to be in trouble. A GB8 neck wrench. It's a good tactic here by Webster, wearing out the core strength of Stevenson. What does Stevenson need to do to win this match, Owen? You're a 4-time world champion. You've lost 5 times to a guy. How do you beat him?
Well, that's a very, very good question. And again, it's a mountain you shouldn't be approaching at that point. I think 3 losses in a row is enough to say I need to go back to the drawing board and learn something new. Maybe go against a different opponent before coming back to this guy. What an elbow drop, meanwhile, by Troy Webster off the top rope there.
Yeah, tremendous air by Webster, and athleticism uncharacteristically coming off the top rope, but it connected hard. The first count of the match. Roy Hunter in his 3rd match here tonight. I hope we're paying Roy for all of this.
4th match.
4th match, yeah, you're quite right, excuse me.
Halfway there. Again, Sean Stevenson could be using this time to rest. Indeed, he was. Count of 6, and he tries to get up again.
Well, that's
swift kick.
Yeah, in fairness, that's not a bad tactic by Stevenson. You've got that 10 count. If you know you're going to get up before the count of 10, you may as well utilise it to your advantage. So that's good thinking there by Stevenson. It's just the application that he needs to work on.
Application of the coming by the looks of it. Starting to get some momentum here. Needs to apply more than quick kicks, though. Oof.
Well, Atomic Bulldog, it's beautiful. Excuse me.
Oof. Webster though. Once again back on top here.
Yeah, I mean Webster, the minute that Stevenson seems to get any kind of traction in this match, Webster just seems to have an answer for it. There are some guys, and I've said this one before as well, there are some guys that just have the better of you. Sean Stevenson might just have to accept that ultimately, at the moment, Troy Webster is the better man.
Well, that thought may be going through his head whilst his face intersected with that bottom turnbuckle there.
Stevenson.
Oh, hang on.
Belly to belly. That could be a game changer. Big suplex there by Stevenson.
Cleverly rolling out onto his feet.
Yeah, I think you could see that one hurt Webster, so he got out the way.
That gave him some time with Sean Stevenson. That had to close that distance. Again, playing possum. Troy Webster not falling for it, staying right at his feet.
Yeah, he's allowing the count to happen, but he's keeping close enough to Stevenson. If he is playing possum, which we suspect, he can get back on him and get back on offense. That's a good tactic by Troy Webster. Both these men using their considerable wrestling brains here tonight. Count of 6 by Roy Hunter.
7. Stevenson getting back to his feet. Webster there as soon as he got to one knee.
You see Webster's just deliberately slowed down the pace here. Which you could argue, Stevenson would favour Stevenson, excuse me. Hard forearm, follows up with the knee.
Again, just strikes won't quite cut it here. He needs to apply something more. Hang on. Some wear down tactics here.
Yeah, just
applied by Sean Stevenson.
Stretching those arms out, of course, the knee digging into the spine there of Webster. The neck, the back, the core, all in agony, and of course wearing out those arms as well.
Troy Webster not happy about that.
Yeah, Webster, which has been his MO this entire match, getting right back in the face of Sean Stevenson. Delivers that vicious backbreaker.
Went for a boot to the face, though blocked.
I think that stretch-like manoeuvre from Stevenson has worn down Webster a little bit. He went for a kick at Webster and just didn't have enough power to follow through. Fell to a knee, and Stevenson capitalised with the forearm. There's a long game of Sean Stevenson. Gonna pay dividends here.
Actually manages to get a count. Almost surprising in this matchup.
We are halfway there. A lot of Stevenson's offense has been to the abdomen of Troy Webster. You have to wonder if Webster has any kind of internal injuries that we may not be aware of. Count of 7, Owen. before Webster even moved. I don't think he was playing possum there. I think Webster could be hurt here.
It was literally his head just lifted as well. Sean Stevenson, oh, hang on though.
Hard knee there by Webster.
Judging his opponent.
Troy Webster is definitely slowed down, Erwin. Hard shot to the head there.
Yeah, but hurt himself. You saw that clutching the ribs. I think you're right.
The man who goes full throttle ain't going full throttle. And that does lead me to believe that Troy Webster may not be 100% here. I think one of those shots to the ribs earlier on by Sean Stevenson may have injured Webster, but Webster is going to ignore the pain, as you would expect from the top rope. Big suplex on the cards here. Boom, there it is. What a suplex by Troy Webster. That will get the man a count, but will it get him a 10?
Top rope. And again, one big move might just do it, and Troy Webster was looking for it and got it there. Count 4 now. Sean Stevenson waving his arms, still not fully conscious, I don't think.
Webster risked it all from the top rope with that suplex, with what we think may be rib injuries.
Count of 7 again.
Oh my word, what a knee right to the back of the neck there by Webster as Stevenson was sitting back up. Oh! Stevenson shrugged it off though, delivered that strong clothesline. He's made a good account of himself so far here tonight, Sean Stevenson, it has to be said, Erwin.
Allows the count, gives himself a bit of time to breathe. And it's always easier to breathe when you're stood up than it is when you're lying down. That's the one advantage. When this count does apply and your opponent decides to use it to catch their breath. That's why you can't do this too often in a last man standing match, or it'll start to catch up with you.
The sheer exhaustion, the temptation to stay down for that extra second. And Sean Stevenson following suit, the same tactic that Webster was using earlier on, keeping right by the body of Webster.
Well, hang on. Webster hooking in.
Perhaps. Oh, great fisherman overhead suplex. Beautiful there by Webster. Beautifully delivered.
Oh, not done there.
Webster's finding another level.
GBH neck wrench.
The longer this match goes on, Erwin, though, if he does have rib injuries, the longer that will favour Sean Stevenson. The more that will favour Sean Stevenson, excuse me.
Perhaps giving himself some time to think of how to put this to an end, and I think he has found the solution.
Oh, wait a minute.
Setting him up.
The web! That vicious, awe-inspiring modified tombstone known as the web.
Let's put Sean Stevenson away.
Well, it's been a fun little match, guys. Sean Stevenson has worked harder and fought better than I ever thought possible. But this one's over.
Let's put Sean Stevenson away for countless 3 counts.
No way he's getting up from this.
Count of 7 here.
If he gets up from this, my God, he deserves it. He deserves to win.
8 and no response.
Oh, what
I don't believe it at 9.
Well, I'll be damned. At the count of 9, Sean Stevenson showing more guts than I thought possible. Is back to his feet and fighting back.
I think. Oh, power slam! I think has took Troy Webster aghast here.
It took me aghast. I would have put a house payment on that, Owen.
Webster though remaining confident. Stevenson rolling to the outside or to the apron at least. What does Webster have in mind?
A slow and steady Troy Webster.
Oh, caught.
Got a forearm for his trouble. Clearly not 100%. Sean Stevenson has hung in there and now is arguably in the driving zone.
Oh, hang on. Swing of power. That could very well be it for Troy Webster. The injuries and fatigue that have set in throughout this matchup.
Lots, and again, I don't want to hanker on Owen, but we have to consider the rib injuries as well. If he's struggling to breathe, if you have broke a rib, you'll know this. The difficulty in breathing increases tenfold.
Count of 6 here. It's not looking good for Troy Webster.
This slow, deliberate assault by Sean Stevenson may have played dividends, and Stevenson played the long game and picked up a huge victory here.
Count of 9. Noah Webster trying to get to his feet, dodges a kick.
How close was that?
Both men delivering their finishes and getting up at the count of 9. Now both men probably wondering, what is it going to take to put my opponent away for 10?
Well, that is it. That's a good question, Erwin, and I think the answer is pin. Oh, what a neck breaker!
Another count applied.
That was sadistic in its delivery. That was a hard neck breaker by Troy Webster. This has got personal on a whole different level. There's been accusations of favouritism by management, accusations of trying to keep Troy Webster down to prevent him from continuing his push into his singles career.
8. Sean Stevenson getting back to his feet.
Can you imagine the rage?
No. Stomped that arm.
The personal feeling here. Sean Stevenson claims he's on another level. Stevenson claims he is born to rule here in N.E.W. And of course that personal friendship with the boss certainly doesn't hurt his case.
Watching his head there, could be suffering injuries himself.
That relationship aside, Erwin, you cannot doubt Sean Stevenson's performance in this one. He has shocked the world and shocked me here. You're absolutely right, he is cradling his head. Both these men after such a war
again
cannot be 100%.
Somehow answering the call. Leg sweep. Hunter trying quickly to count. And so Webster will stop. No, that is more at his discretion than the referees.
Yeah, Hunter doing his best here to protect both these men. I think he's noticing the injuries starting to pile up here. Very seasoned referee. Here's Roy Hunter, formerly
6.
of course our pay-per-view official, Erwin.
Oh, interestingly, yeah, making it into becoming a free extended event official here. Another count of 8 answered by Sean Stevenson. Quick kick to keep him down. Webster's next move could be looking for another. Oh no, Fisherman's.
Oh, classic Troy Webster, that Fisherman overhead, beautiful suplex.
Thought he was looking for another web, but clutched that leg.
Snake won't thank me for saying this, but I would argue that Troy Webster has the best Fisherman suplex in the business.
Perhaps all the way he steps into it, and obviously usually bridges for a pin, needless in this match.
Just absolutely seamless every single time. Just shows you the technical ability of this young man.
Count of 7 here. Count of 8.
This could be all. What a match this has been.
Another 9
Unbelievable.
answered by Sean Stevenson. How back and forth this has actually been has took us both.
I'm feeling a feeling I've never felt before towards Sean Stevenson, Erwin, and that feeling is respect. This guy just keeps getting back up. This should be over.
The respect is not enough for him. He wants supremacy, which is what tonight is all about, and another count begins. Last man standing match. Troy Webster trying desperately.
I can't believe Goldman was right. After all of this, after all the controversy, the amount of times it was said that this guy shouldn't even be here. What a performance.
Sean Stevenson certainly has a rocket up his arse, if I can say so. Webster again at 8.
Well, that's a fine. And here we go.
Oh, hang on. Sean Stevenson.
Bow!
Converted that into a neck breaker.
What a neck breaker that was by Stevenson. Again, these guys are not pulling their punches here tonight.
And at this stage in the game, every move will be setting in, making it harder and harder to answer that 10 count and get to your feet. Count of 6. 8, and again, somehow Webster gets back to his feet.
Is Webster bleeding? Was that blood I saw there? I think Webster might be bust open, Erwin.
Oh.
I think we may have missed that.
Sean Stevenson may have seen it, drilling Webster's head into that turnbuckle.
Well, if Sean Stevenson has indeed drawn blood, then perhaps the tides have truly turned into the class from California. Standing over the bloodied body of Troy Webster.
Sound of shock from these fans here as well.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected this.
Not with the run of form Sean Stevenson has been on, but
The run of form Troy Webster's been on. He's been on an absolute unstoppable streak as of late. That the introduction of that power move, the web, has just changed the fortunes of Troy Webster.
hang on.
Northern Lights overhead, beautiful suplex there by Sean Stevenson.
Another count again. Webster must answer. Again, look how close Sean Stevenson is staying.
Just look at the blood trickling down, streaming down Troy Webster's face.
As you say, the tide's surely turning. As a result, count of 8. And again, Webster somehow.
I know this is a free extended event. I know it's last man standing rules, but there will come a time in this, if Webster keeps bleeding as hard as he is, that Roy Hunter might want to consider stopping this thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's that whole chanting fight forever. But we only have so much airtime here. 3 now.
Would the arm drag be enough? And don't ever can an arm drag focus.
Again, especially at this late in the stage. I mean, we'll see this in our main event even more when the half an hour mark starts setting in. You'll see fatigue from both men. When you get to the hour mark, they'll be exhausted. Another count of 8, answered by Sean Stevenson.
Dropped toe hold right onto the ropes there by Sean Stevenson.
Beautiful counter of that clothesline.
Yeah, great. Well, almost zero distance counter, if you will.
Look at that. There's a bow and arrow choke.
Well,
ropes there.
It's not exactly sportsmanlike, but it's not exactly illegal in a match like this either.
You hear the response from the fans. What a power slam.
Great power slam there by Stevenson. Kick to the midsection right to the heart of Webster, who is losing more and more blood by the second.
Sean Stevenson once again could be looking to finish it right here. Webster dazed. Swing of power.
That could be it. The swing of power. Has there ever been a more fitting time to release that devastating maneuver? Has there ever been a time it has meant more to Sean Stevenson?
Halfway through the count.
Cradling his own head, standing over the body again of Webster. And who thought they would see this scene after the tremendous run of form from Troy Webster?
9 and
This could be all. It's over. Sean Stevenson has finally beat Troy Webster in an absolute war.
I almost cannot believe it. But the fight that Sean Stevenson put up tonight has proven his place in N.E.W.
You can't deny it. It's hard to argue. Sean Stevenson earned this one all on his own.
Coming up next, the first championship match of the night. We're going to take a little look back at what led us to Jack Murphy taking on the Reaper in a Hell in a Cell.
Here is your winner, Sean Stevenson. The following contest is a Hell in a Cell match and is for the Junior Men's Championship.
While most promotions get a popcorn match in the mid-card, we get Hell in a Cell, Jack Murphy versus the Reaper, the most demonic structure in professional wrestling. Does Jack Murphy have any idea what kind of insanity he has signed up for here tonight, Erwin?
Murphy enters Hell and faces the Devil's favourite disciple, all for the quest of championship gold. You've got to question whether it's worth it. I'm kind of glad I got out before the Reaper came in.
Just scary prospects. I do not envy Jack Murphy right now, I've got to be honest. Arguably the most indifferent junior men's champion we have ever had, the Demon of Fleet Street, the leader of end times, at least still on paper, the man who has won pretty much every single title there is to win except the World Heavyweight Championship, the one thing that has stayed out of the grasp of a man who is seemingly determined, Erwin, to control the very soul of N.E.W.
That 233-day consecutive title streak that he amassed in EFW and then coming over to N.E.W. He's starting a new reign of terror with our junior men's championship belts.
And let's be perfectly clear, Erwin, he doesn't give two shits about that belt. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's no other way to say it. He simply doesn't care about being
the big one.
Yeah, about being junior men's champion. The only title he has ever claimed to even consider caring about is the World Heavyweight Championship, which is the only title this man has yet to win in N.E.W. The experience factor is quite clearly on the side of the Reaper here tonight. The Reaper, of course, has already been to Hell in a Cell. Jack Murphy has not.
Jack Murphy has beaten the Reaper to get this opportunity, however. That does lend Murphy some psychological advantage going into this match.
How long has Murphy even been wrestling now, Erwin? You're the stats guy, I mean...
the challenger from Dudley, England, weighing in at 262 pounds, Jack Murphy.
Jack Murphy, the Duke from Dublin, the former boxer. Look out for that vicious right.
Introducing the champion from the pits of hell, weighing in at 257 pounds, he is the junior men's champion, the Reaper.
The Reaper from parts unknown. Watch out for everything.
Well, Jack Murphy has been in 11 months. Meanwhile, the Reaper, a year and 6 months. Here in N.E.W. Terrifying reign he has put over the N.E.W.
Yeah, he's won just about all there is to win. Jack Murphy, less than a year in the business, his first ever Hell in a Cell, 30-minute time limit. Right, Hunter rings the bell and here we go.
Reaper just flying out the gate there. Hard strikes back from Murphy though. Oh! Reaper ready for that.
Clothesline there by the Reaper. A stiff kick to Murphy, missed its mark. Countered well into the suplex.
Yeah, I think Murphy going for a side suplex, couldn't get the lift. Blocked by the Reaper. This is exactly what you have to contend with.
Oh yeah, I mean, speed, aggression, power, endurance. The Reaper has a little bit of everything. Jack Murphy will have to be on the top of his game. I know he's beaten him before, and Jack Murphy turned that match into frankly, a glorified boxing match and just weared the Reaper down with what he knew, rights and lefts. You can't do that tonight.
No, if they involve that cell, and it changes the game entirely. Come up clutch locked in deep here.
The Reaper is
clawing at the face.
Absolute tear in the first couple of minutes of this matchup. Been all over Jack Murphy, barely giving Murphy a moment to breathe, Erwin.
Murphy's been throwing in shots, trying to slow him down like this. DDT!
Well, the DDT might do it.
Again, has to keep on top of him as he is doing now.
Well, Jack Murphy, we know, is no stranger to a fight. He's been fighting since he was 11 years of age. Walked into Dudley Boxing Club with a borrowed pair of gloves he'd had from his elder brother and forged out a 10-year professional career.
Oh, hang on. Dominator!
What a dominator, that could be over! Oh no! Murphy kicked out of the dominator! 2.9, but he got his shoulder up! Not many people could say that, Erwin.
Only 3 minutes in. Not even that, and the Reaper pulling out the Dominator.
Yeah, only 3 minutes in, and Jack Murphy already looking like he could be in real trouble here, Erwin.
Needs to recover, but there is nowhere to run. As Murphy is finding out now, falling over those steel steps.
Reaper. Impacting hard with the steel. The Reaper starting to use the ring as a weapon, as you would expect.
Just letting this go to the outside, but here comes Murphy again. Heavy clothesline.
Yeah, stiff clothesline there by Murphy.
Need some hard shots. And again.
You see those patented rights there by Murphy.
Thinks that might have shaken the Reaper, trying to get this crowd behind him.
Arguably one of the hardest right hands in the business.
Reaper
drop toe hold there.
Beautiful thinking from Jack Murphy, takes full advantage of it here.
Yeah, great quick counter there by Murphy, showing that he can hang with the best of him in an out-and-out wrestling match. These stiff clotheslines are going to help his cause as well. Off the ropes, boom, 3 in a row. Taking the Reaper off his feet. Yet again. Oh, wait a minute. Dudley bomb, there it is. Hunter's there. 2.
No. Reaper kicks out. Murphy staying on top of it, calm and composed.
Murphy's Law. That vicious colour could be enough. Hunter, perfect position. 2. No. A split seconds.
Somehow kicking out.
Did you see how close Roy's hands was to the canvas, Erwin? There was a millimetre of air between the hand and the mat. It was ridiculous. And he got his shoulder up.
Oh, look at this. The complexion of the crowd changing with one side from the Reaper.
Yeah, that demonic look in his eye. He signalled the end was nigh. He doesn't like being beat. He doesn't like almost being beat. He doesn't like opponents getting shots off of him.
A driving knee through the ropes to Murphy, who is now once again fighting on the outside. And fighting back.
Jack Murphy is refusing to go down.
Super kick!
What a super kick on the outside! And the Reaper bounced off the cell structure. There was nowhere else to go.
But again, that unwielding stamina of the Reaper.
Yeah, took a super kick and came right back on swinging, Erwin.
Driving the knee.
Yeah, mercifully though, back in the ring.
Past the 5-minute mark here. And a second Dominator.
My word.
But surely Murphy can't recover now. And
No.
he does.
Again got his shoulder up. 2.9.
The Reaper infuriated here.
And flabbergasted to kick out of one Dominator is staggering, but 2 is damn near inhuman. He came back with a clothesline and Murphy is fighting back.
Signaling for Murphy's Law. They're preparing the Reaper first. Oh! Running power slam out of the corner.
Bit of old school power slam there from the corner. Will it be enough? Hunter's there too. No! Reaper again, showing that inhuman endurance.
Talk about inhuman endurance. Jack Murphy showing some of his own.
Yeah, Jack Murphy, who's had two dominators thrown at him in this match. Let's not forget that, is still throwing rights and lefts with the best of them. Oh! Corkscrew forearm was enough to stun the Reaper, but the Reaper arguably playing possum there. Double axe handle right across the spine of Murphy.
Murphy in trouble once again.
Oh, Uranagi! Beautiful elevated Uranagi, stiff elbow right to the heart to follow suit. And that is exactly what the Reaper can do, constant.
And that's it, just completely changing the complexion of the match in an instant.
Split second dominance by one of the most brutal competitors in N.E.W. history. Is still the junior men's champion, but what a fight, what an effort by Jack Murphy, Erwin.
Jack Murphy may have been the underdog going into that match, but he's certainly got some bite to him.
That kid kicked out of 2 dominators. 2! I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It's a victory in the pocket of End Times nonetheless. Will they be successful in the next match, as the UK Championship will be on the line? Take a quick look at messages from both opponent and champion. The Reaper remaining junior men's champion does not bode well for the junior division here in N.E.W. Trying to get back to his feet, still dazed.
Oh, spear! What a spear by Grime! From the corner, fully locked, fully loaded. New United Kingdom champion!
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the National Championship.
Well, an unsuspecting challenger in the Prodigy steps in against arguably the second in charge of end times, especially after the display the Reaper just put on in a Hell in a Cell. And let's not forget, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, I mean, the Prodigy's got a lot to do tonight, there's no question about that, Owen. You're absolutely right. I mean, Grime has been a great United Kingdom champion. I've been arguing for some time he could be ipso facto the leader of end times because of the significance of the United Kingdom champion. But what a journey this has been for the Prodigy. Will he finally get that run as a champion here in N.E.W? I can't believe I'm saying these words, but I'm rooting for this kid, Owen.
You hear the response from the crowd, so are they. No longer does this man get the boos when he comes down to the ring.
He finally live up to that name.
Helps when you're facing a man like Grime.
A dominant champion, a dark soul, and arguably no longer the faithful follower that he once was. Grime has well and truly stepped out on his own.
Indeed has. What a path of terror he has carved out for himself ahead. Prodigy determined to stop this reign that End Times and Magnum Opus are holding over pretty much every division here in N.E.W. All I must add at the behest of the owner, Adrian Bowman, has sided with these two teams to what he states bring order. Those who can get the job done.
And Grime could certainly get the job done, Owen. What a United Kingdom champion he has been, beating of course the two-time United Kingdom champion Bruce Brown in the brutal encounter at their last free extended event. It's been a strong champion in his own right.
And of course holding the title for 91 days now. Getting ever closer to that 100 mark, but the Prodigy with the right level of momentum to put an end to it here tonight. Second of 3 championships on the line.
From Bangor, Maine, weighing in at 149 pounds, the Prodigy.
What a response for the Prodigy.
You can tell that he feels it.
Introducing the champion. From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 235 pounds, he is the national champion, Grime.
It has to be said, quite the response for the champion, Owen.
Well, again, there is that kind of gathering that do get behind End Times, regardless of their shenanigans, shall we say, here at N.E.W.
Yeah, their flock.
Chaos they cause.
Well, some people flock to chaos, Owen.
And let's not forget, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Hunter again, the referee of the night.
Yeah, I think it's could be safe to say that he could be our free extended event official once more. A sound choice.
He has to officiate an hour-long Ironman match on top of all these matches here tonight.
Yeah, that would be pretty grisly. Maybe we'll get Mike in for the main event, who knows.
Because that is the only match remaining. Hunter pulling a marathon of his own. This match will get underway.
Solid referee, Owen, and a fine choice if that is the case.
Grime in control early on here.
Oh!
Facebuster. That suplex position, a lot of momentum going down.
And back takedown by the Prodigy.
Quick return, a quick response.
Oh, swinging net breaker by Grime. Champion has, I think, a lot of advantages, quite frankly, here tonight. He's got champion's advantage in the mere fact that he's just been there before. On multiple other occasions, he has that experience factor I don't think the falls count anywhere stipulation particularly helps Prodigy either, because we know Grime has a dark part of his soul.
Oh, tried to block the hip toss.
Tried but failed. The Prodigy keeping on it there, keeping it pretty fundamental here so far.
The neck break from Grime though stops that momentum.
Yeah, Grime going for the exuberant. As you would expect.
Prodigy returns with his own. Driving those elbows deep into the chest of Grime.
Yeah, chest and maybe one or two even to the jaw there, but Prodigy, I like this attitude early on there when he needs to get dirty, he needs to get down and ugly.
Yeah, he needs to pick up a lot of momentum early on in this match because it doesn't have a time limit, unlike Jack Murphy.
The Prodigy, quite simply, is going to have to dig deep and find a level he's never quite found before here tonight, Erwin. There is a reason this man has not won a title. He's had the opportunities. He finally looks like he's turned a corner in matter of consistency. But he still will not be taken seriously as a competitor until he wins a title.
It's very true. Big drop kick in the corner from Grime.
Will that psychological factor be an element here?
Well, I've got to imagine it's a pressing matter of concern for the Prodigy.
I mean, and Goldman as well. He's been a bit of a colour as of late. You could argue that the Prodigy, because of his lack of title wins, could be a prime candidate for that.
One for Grime. This matchup continues. So far, it has stayed in the ring.
Atomic Bulldog. I certainly don't want to give Adrian Goldman any ideas about people losing their jobs. I think we've had enough of those for 1 month.
Yeah, the Prodigy should questionably be sent back to the junior division. If his losing streak were to continue, I would say perhaps try and find what is missing. Although he's still looking for success here in this matchup.
Yeah, don't count him out just
there
yet.
We go, he's taken this to the outside.
Falls count anywhere, folks.
Oh, hang on a second.
The Prodigy's gone for a walk. He's telling Grime to come find him.
Taking a deep breath behind the barricade. Sharing some time with the fans. Grime out to follow him here.
We are in with the crowd. The N.E.W. faithful are getting this one up close and personal.
Keep track of it.
For God's sake, don't hit any of the fans. We do not need a lawsuit right about now.
Grime. Striking a Prodigy. Further and further up that walkway. Prodigy, though, still returning to his feet. Another strike. An Oliver Twist moment. Now finally returning.
Yeah, these two
forearm.
These two guys just trading stiff blows here, and it's a concrete floor. There's no protection out there. That is not a combat area.
Again, it is full count anyway, but that doesn't mean the rest of the arena is prepared for those falls.
No, that's a concrete floor, folks. That everything around there is gonna hurt. Every single thing. And barely misses that trash can there.
Thankfully, it rolling out of the way on impact.
It's like some form of loading area.
Oh no! Grime
downward spiral! Sweet Jesus! On a concrete floor! That could be all! That could be all right there! No! Kick out! Somehow! Got his shoulder up!
I have no idea how.
That's sickening, Ford!
Face first into the concrete.
We got that for once there when we've got the ringside. You can't quite see us, folks, but we are up those stairs. We are getting a first-hand account. A false count anywhere.
It's getting ever closer. Face first.
That door is locked, right?
Hang on, Prodigy. Living a bit of pain of his own. My lord! German suplex. Again onto concrete.
Oh, that's just... I know this is false count anyway, this is all legal, but every time they hit that
Here
floor,
we go. The masterpiece! Face first goes Grime this time. The Prodigy looking to put him away.
that's gotta be it. Just no title is worth this.
No!
2.9. The internal injuries from both men must be severe. We are on a concrete floor, and these two men are fighting for the United Kingdom title. The Prodigy
Up on one of those boxes.
on the equipment chest, looking to gain a little bit of air here. Oh, didn't quite get all of it, but got some.
A knee to the face of Grime, but I think Grime got a shot to the gut of the Prodigy in the process.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing pretty about that, but it was certainly effective.
Oh,
Grimes cradling his nose, and the Prodigy was cradling his ribs.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it was only a matter of time, really, wasn't it? All that weapons, all that
now it's found
stuff
a
to
chair.
play with out there, all perfectly legal, false count anywhere. So there's nothing Roy Hunter can do about this except watch.
Prodigy down on the floor here. Grime biding his time.
Just talking
Steel
of-
chair in hand.
He's talking a little bit of trash as well, trying to get more and more into the head of the Prodigy, Owen. I mean, there has been no larger advocate of the Prodigy doesn't belong to be here club than Grime.
Steel chair to the face.
What a chair shot! What an ungodly chair shot!
Prodigy blocking the second one, thankfully.
Trying to grab it, claw it out the hand. He managed to do it.
An elbow drop head first into that garbage can.
Yeah, this is getting
Trash
ugly.
can there.
Injuries are going to start piling up here. The more and more high impact manoeuvres on that concrete floor. Submission. Is it locked in? No, I think it's just arranged there by the Prodigy, just trying to dislocate the shoulder.
Onto that chair and that concrete. And I think the Prodigy is bust open. So he's trying to put an end to this match that little bit faster now.
Swinging neck breaker, and there we go. It's a borderline miracle, Owen. Not either of these men are still standing, never mind still fighting.
But indeed they are. The Prodigy, Hurricane Rana. Grime clattering down that barricade. These fans certainly getting a close-hand view of the action.
As away, arm drag again by the Prodigy. You're absolutely right. He's definitely starting to lose a considerable amount of blood. Corkscrew knee drag, but he's kept hold of the leg.
Wishbone.
What a wishbone. Well,
I'm not even going to tell you all the places that hurts.
I mean, there was a level of sadisticness to the Prodigy here we have not seen before, I think.
Baseball slide drop kick.
Well, you can't help but
to his feet.
take some of the things personally. I mean, what Grime has said and done.
I've certainly not been kind to the Prodigy in the past. Attacking him.
There's a lot of people in the back that feel the same way. Grime has just aired those thoughts, Owen. There's a lot of people starting to wonder if the Prodigy does belong here. He's been here a long time. He needs this title.
As Sean Stevenson,
as much as he wants it,
proved himself earlier tonight. I think the Prodigy has proven himself here tonight, but these two are still duking it out here. Getting closer to the rest of the audience again.
Well, the Prodigy, despite the blood loss, Owen, despite all the impact on the concrete floor, is still fighting back. You're absolutely right, but Grime is still fighting as well, and these two men have gone right back to the whole technical area. And do we really need any more of this? These two guys are going to seriously hurt themselves.
A bit of brutality, but claws into the back of the neck.
Just goes to show you, Owen, how much both these men want that UK title. They know the prestige and the paycheck that comes with it.
For a second time. Downward spiral.
Stay down, man. You've proved your point. No one will think any less of you. Hunter with a count. 2. No. God.
When you see the blood beginning to pour out of the Prodigy, and now Grime up on that box.
Well, if it wasn't pouring before, it certainly is now. Let's put it that way. It is the Crimson Mask, folks. Oh,
knee to the back of the spine.
And I admire the Prodigy's spirit. I admire his guts and determination, but sometimes admiration isn't enough. Oh, he's still fighting.
I don't know how, but he is. DDT!
I think both these men have seen enough of concrete to last them a lifetime in this one.
I've got to agree with you there, the Prodigy. Tying Grime up, looking for the masterpiece for a second time.
For the second time, that devastating masterpiece by the Prodigy. 2.
No! Again, Grime kicks out.
Unbelievable. Unreal resilience.
Blood pouring down the Prodigy's face. He's starting to wonder what he has to do to put Grime away here. Both men have used the finisher twice now. Both opponents managing to escape at 2.9 both times.
Yeah,
but that kind of resilience only lasts so long.
That half second away for both men has made all the difference in the world, as both these men now trying to regain a little bit of momentum, get a little bit of dominance.
Oh, missed the clothesline.
Back and forth, and it's fell to Grime.
God!
Quite literally dragged back onto that concrete floor again, and then goes back to the bat. Stiff shot with a baseball bat right to the heart. Drop kick right to the skull. Oh, this is sick. This isn't a match anymore, it's a fight.
Neither man wants to give. Grime here.
I think Grime and the Prodigy might quite literally be fighting to the death here, Owen.
This could very well be a death match, and we have just not been informed. And it looks like those two knew going into this one this was going to take a piece of them. Win or lose.
Well, let's be blunt about this. This is the kind of match that shortens careers significantly.
Oh, certainly.
This is one of the reasons you're sat up here with me instead of down there with them.
Yeah, I think that's perfect example of it. Prodigy, hard forearm, misses with the knee this time, colliding with the barricade instead. Managed to compose himself. Oh, Grime again with the control, striking back at Prodigy.
Oh, full credit for Prodigy for holding on in there in this thing. I mean, he's given as good as he's got, don't get me wrong.
Flapjack onto the concrete.
That experience factor, that extra edge from Grime is starting to shine through. And what a vicious, he didn't even go for the pin to win.
Time.
He waited.
Downward spiral.
For the third time, the downward spiral on the concrete floor. For the love of God, stay down. It's over. Grime has won. Grime has retained the United Kingdom Championship, but at what cost?
What is it going to take to topple end times from those titles? Valiant effort from both contenders here tonight, but both contenders were unsuccessful. We're going to take a very short break, but in that break you will see what this World Championship match is all about. Before we begin an hour of absolute mayhem for the main event.
The following champion versus champion contest is an Iron Man match and is for the World Championship.
The marquee event, already one half of the N.E.W. Tag Team Champions could walk out tonight. A dual champion for the second time in his career already has won every single title there pretty much is to win here in N.E.W. The first Triple Crown champion in N.E.W. history. This man's CV is Reed's first ballot Hall of Fame.
7'4", 640 pounds, a former world champion of 73 days, the first ever, a two-time intercontinental champion of 87 days, two-time European champion of 66 days, also the first ever, two-time US 180 days, also first ever, also longest single run of 108 days, current and two-time tag team champion of 301 days with the longest single run of 210 days, a ridiculous accolade list for Vega.
Razor Parsons, the current World Heavyweight Champion. What an impact Captain Controversial has made since his arrival into N.E.W. Personally scouted from Running Pro by the chairman himself, Adrian Goldman. Complete and utter secret. We had vignettes for weeks and weeks with absolutely no explanation, and he simply arrived, and what an arrival it was, Erwin.
Oh, it certainly was. 6'2", 238 pounds. By comparison, Razor Parsons has been a world championship for 64 days of his 5 months here in N.E.W. and has won 6 out of 7 of his matches here so far.
The only man to have beat Razor Parsons so far here in N.E.W. is, of course, the Master of the Rising Sun, Kobayashi.
Crazy Hammer.
Crazy Hammer, excuse me. No, it's a Rubber New Japan.
However,
export. But yeah, my apologies to Crazy Hammer. I'm sure he'll beat me up for that one later. But Razor Parsons doesn't have to worry about Hammer or Kobayashi here tonight. He has to worry about Vega, and that is a completely different bag of worry.
Razor Parsons, quite a unique individual. I mean, cashed in his golden ticket, claim he never did, and still got to the championship regardless. But
yeah, now quite the ride.
Now arguably has his toughest test to date.
You have to wonder as well, Owen. I mean, Parsons is on his own. He claims to be a lone wolf. He rides alone, but he's against a lot of different extra factors. He doesn't seem to show that pressure if he's feeling it. That there may be other eyes watching this one.
Even turned down the aid of Paul Masters in the build-up to this match.
Introducing the challenger from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 640 pounds, he is one half of the champions, the Monster Vader.
The Monster Vega. That is literally all you need to know.
Introducing the champion from New York, weighing in at 238 pounds, he is the world champion, Razor Parsons.
Controversial. At least. What else is there to say? Razor Parsons has made a tremendous impact. His custom-made World Heavyweight Championship, I can guarantee you if Vega wins this one tonight, that'll be the first thing that gets changed.
I can't see Vega really wearing purple.
I think he would suit purple. I like the new belt personally. I think that's pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure Vega finds an insult to the World Heavyweight Championship, and Parsons may pay for that insult here tonight.
Well, an hour of anarchy in our main event here begins. Oh. Begins on Vega's terms, just throwing Parsons across the ring. Oh,
Vega starting this one off quickly. As is Parsons, it has to be said. Yeah, I'm surprised by both guys that they're coming at this at such speed, considering they've got an entire hour to go here. Well, it's pretty clear that Vega's going to have the size and strength advantage here, Owen. So what the Razor Parsons needs to do, what does he need to do to win?
He needs to stop getting in holds like that for a start. Submissions are going to be the worst part of an Iron Man match, because the idea is tap out quickly, escape the pain, but too many of them will build up too many victories on your opponent's side. Oof, nice drop kick.
Well, Parsons, baller brunt well at the standing Uranagi, got a leg drop in, hard elbow right to the skull. Both these men going at a blistering pace here to kick this one off. I mean, it's worth remembering that there are still 58 minutes on the clock to go.
Oh,
these guys might want to think about slowing it down just a little.
Oh, Vega using all of his weight, just stepping over Parsons, going for a pin, not even a one. Parsons defiant here tonight, looking to keep that championship.
I think Vega is looking in tremendous shape, in all seriousness here. I know he's such a big guy, but he's looking lean.
What do you mean? Seems to have been hitting the gym. What a neck breaker, almost the weave.
It really was, and of course, that being Vega's long-standing tag team partner and friend. Vega won't appreciate that one bit. What a bench press slam by the Monster.
Just face first into that mat and then into the knee.
The original Monster of N.E.W, Owen. Has there been any more dominant, truly more dominant than Vega? Canadian facebreaker, that patented Vega maneuver. Trying to get into the swing of things here. Razor Parsons not letting him, using tremendous leg strength there, it should be said.
I think shook the balance of Vega there in rolling to the outside momentarily.
Parsons is still such an unknown to us as well, Owen. I mean, he's only been in N.E.W for such a short amount of time.
Not.
Oh, what strength!
I can't believe it. When doves cry.
Unbelievable! No! Half a second away! I cannot believe the core strength of Razor Parsons. damn near deadlift Vega into the Wendov's cry. I didn't think that'd be physically possible, Erwin. We know now that it is. That changes this match. That gives it an entirely different factor I didn't even consider. Razor Parsons can deadlift the monster.
Oh, but just like that, Vega bomb. Parsons caught up on the rope. Vega moving him more to the centre of the ring, going for the pin.
2. Oh, so close to the first fall of this matchup. The Vega bomb wasn't quite enough, and you don't see many people kick out of that, Erwin. So both these guys have shocked each other already. They've both took pretty much the other guy's best shot, and they've just kept on coming. They are still going at a tremendous pace.
Yeah, for an Iron Man match, I have no idea.
Oh,
what a spine buster!
God Lord, I think these two guys just want to prove that they really are the best we got.
Well, we are 5 minutes in. We'll see how they're feeling in 5 more. Vega with a bear hug.
Just squeezing the life out of Parsons and Parsons. Was that a call? I think it was. Yeah, I think Parsons wisely tapping out there, so it's 1-0 to Vega.
Oh, Vega bomb in the corner.
Didn't even slow down.
Going for the pin here.
No, 2-0.
Another.
In the matter of a minute, Vega has gone 2 falls up to 0 on Razor Parsons. The submission and a quick pin to follow suit. Parsons, the champion, now knows he has to at least win 2 falls here just to even the score.
Oh, no, surely not looking
not
for
again.
it again.
Oh my God, not again.
Wendov's cry.
No.
Hooked for the pin.
No. Vega kicks out, still maintains his 2-fall advantage, but only just.
Parsons looking in shock, keeps up the attack though.
Bearing in mind if Parsons can equal it up, it will fall to champion's advantage, Erwin.
Yeah, certainly if you can get a draw out of this matchup, it still sits pretty for Razor Parsons. Oh, look at this, a GBH neck wrench applied. Another member of Magnum Opus using it.
Yeah, probably using it in homage, of course, to the Icon, the 4th member of the supergroup.
Oh, caught. Bear hug
going
again.
for this bear hug again. We could be looking at that, is it?
Yeah, again.
3 falls to nothing in quick succession, and the champion is looking in real trouble, Erwin. Vega.
Oh! Caught up on the top rope.
I think maybe you've just taken the champion a slight too lightly there. The champion was ready for him, hung him up on the top. Oh! Vega still not wanting to concede any ground despite his 3-fall advantage.
Perhaps wanting to keep that lead as long as he can.
I think Vega's strategy is to try and rack up as many falls as possible early on. So Parsons has to essentially play catch up for the rest of the match, Erwin.
Well, that's essentially what he's doing now. As Vega though caught in the corner, wearing him down.
There's still a hell of a long way to go. Falls this early mean nothing.
Oh, look at that!
Unbelievable.
Oh, Parsons with such incredible strength.
He lifted him, broke him over his knee, and then lifted him again.
Parading backbreaker from Razor Parsons.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Now as Vega caught in the corner, turns him around. Oh, but Vega caught him with an elbow.
Stiff elbow.
Vega bomb.
There it is. What a Vega bomb.
Oh, Parsons bust open.
Good night, Vienna. 4-0. I think Magnum Opus will be cracking the champagne out back already.
Oh, hang on, DDT.
I'm sure Adrian Goldman is sitting somewhere smugly watching this as well.
Yeah,
this is a great vindication of N.E.W.
Parsons has a big hill to climb now to catch up to Vega's winning streak here. He wants to keep that championship. He's going to have to apply the pressure hard, but Vega wants to get out of the corner. Going for a pin. Only a 1. Managing to slip out. Oh, Parsons. Oh. Wrenching the arm. Reverse DDT.
Great reverse DDT there by Razor Parsons. He knows he's got it all to do now. Doesn't want to do anything too flashy. anything too risky.
Reverses the attack of Vega in the corner, but so does Vega to Razor Parsons.
And bearing in mind, Erwin, as well, that Vega now has a 4-fall gap between him and the champion.
And Parsons is bust open.
Yeah, I mean,
with 50 minutes remaining.
Yeah, this is starting to look like a long night for the current world heavyweight champion. And the referee again, I think.
I think that was a reach for the ropes.
Yeah, I think that was a rope break.
Going for a pin. No.
I think that hand out towards the rope may have just saved Razor Parsons from a whitewash.
Vega looking to cinch in another. Vega bomb.
Oh, it just. I mean, when Vega's like this, when he's in this kind of zone, he is an unstoppable force.
Going for a pin.
2. No. Well, you gotta give some credit to this kid. I mean,
2.99.
he has already suffered at the hands of this absolute behemoth.
Not wanting to fall further back than 4. Tremendous resilience and great wherewithal by Razor Parsons.
Yeah, tremendous ring savvy there by the champion. And until this match is over, until the final bell rings, he is still champion. No matter what the scorecard says at the moment.
Vega just grabbing at him. Oh, headbutt.
Swift headbutt. Of course, Razor Parsons has already lost blood. Will continue to lose blood for another 49 minutes. There's not much Razor Parsons can do about that, and there's not much that Roy Hunter can do about it either.
Going for a pin.
No.
Still.
Parson knows now that every fall is important when he cannot afford to keep losing falls, as he did so freely in the first 10 minutes of this matchup.
Yeah, essentially, if he looks at it now, he must get a pin every 10 minutes.
Just to even the score.
Yeah, just to even the score against Vega. Trying to do so now, but Vega again. Hard clothesline.
Went for the double axe handle. Mrs. Parsons coming back with a stiff clothesline.
The weave again.
The panted maneuver of Vega's old tag team partner. No! Vega kicks out, but only just. What must Rick Weaver think about all of that?
What must Parsons be thinking about now?
That's a good question. That is a great question. I mean, 4 falls down, 48 minutes to go, you're busted open against the man who's won just about everything, and he just keeps coming at you. What can he do? That's a great start. That is a great response by the champion. That famous might be a tie turner, but Parson needs a pin or a submission, and he needs it quick.
Tying him up out of seated octopus stretch. Vega just inches away from the ropes.
Yeah, that's got to be close. With the sheer size of Vega, that has got to be very close to those ropes.
Vega just can't quite get to them.
But he won't tap out either, Erwin.
No, releases the hold.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen Vega tap out.
What a hip toss. Finally breaking the armbar. Not again. Vega bomb. Going for a pin.
Could be 5 falls to nothing. No! Again, Razor Parsons gets that shoulder up, showing a sheer tenacity I didn't think possible.
Enraging the monster some more. Counter DDT!
Counters it to the DDT from absolutely nowhere. Vega was starting to showball, starting to press the champion, and Parsons took that second.
Another win! Going for the pin.
I refuse to call that maneuver a weave when it's not used by Rick Weaver.
I still didn't put Vega down. Nearly quarter of an hour has elapsed. Parsons looking for it again.
Tremendous strength by Razor
Still
Parsons.
when doves cry.
Unbelievable core strength. Still not enough to keep Vega down for 3. He is determined to keep that fall advantage as high as possible, and now the challenger is coming back, but again can't let the press into the DDT. Parsons seems to have that one scarred, Erwin.
Yeah, but he knows he's too close to the ropes. Parsons utilising the corner once more. You see his own blood on Vega's knuckles there. Yeah, we still have 45 minutes to go. Oh, with change.
How is Parsons even doing this?
Just showcasing incredible fortitude.
That's just unreal. Unbelievable. Another weave. That has to be it. Surely this is going to be 4-1. 2. No! Again, Vega refuses to lie down.
Oh, now Parsons beginning to look desperate. It takes a lot to put the monster away. Famouser again.
He's starting to gain the momentum now, Erwin. Undoubtedly, the champion is getting into his stride. 2 weaves and the Famouser, and the monster is hurting.
Look at that! A bail by Razor Parsons.
It may be not a question of if, but when Parsons gets a fall back.
Oh, Vega bomb!
A Vega bomb to the challenger! A Vega bomb to Vega!
Is that what it's going to take to pick up a victory here?
I have never seen anyone deliver a Vega bomb to Vega and Vega kicked out. But 2.9.9, and Parsons asking, what does he need to do?
Parsons showing his frustration, but now waiting for Vega to get back up, looking for it again. Vega though,
not used to being on anyone's shoulders.
Scouted this time.
He's fighting back. Canadian facebreaker. Beautiful manoeuvre. Patented. Classic Vega.
Going for a pin.
Hunter perfect position. No! Again Parsons gets his shoulder up. Keeps it to 4 falls to nothing to Vega. But when do you start panicking, Erwin? If you're Razor Parsons right now, when do you start to worry?
Vega bomb.
Maybe about now would be good.
Yeah, I would say so. Again, he can't really afford that 5th loss. Got a lot of time to make up for it, but the more counts in Vega's favour, and somehow again Parsons does kick out.
And Vega can't believe it. I think Vega knows that 1 or 2 more falls and this one's out of sight.
Oh, not even wasting any time, going straight for another Vega bomb.
I don't blame him. It's exactly what I would do in this position. 2.
No, again.
How in the name of all things holy did Razor Parsons kick out of 2 Vega bombs in a row?
Well, it's barely a kick out, more of a slip out from underneath the shoulders of Vega, but it has given him the opportunity. Looking for it yet again. Moves the leg. When doves cry. And finally, Razor Parsons with some momentum in this match.
Yeah, 4-1. The fight back is on, it seems, from the champion, but how much did it take just to get a pinfall over the monster? It took almost 20 minutes of action, Erwin.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, but again, is Parsons playing the long game here? Is he hoping that Vega does run out some stamina at some point in this match and start cashing in some victory? Spinebuster!
God Lord!
Well, there is no sign of it right now.
Yeah, Parsons ran into the Spinebuster. A double A special from Vega. Looking for... buckle bomb! Dear God! What a shot by Vega. Going straight for the pin here. No!
Kick out.
Still 4-1. Vega, enraged by the pinfall of Parsons, it seems, is going after the champion and just caught his hand in midair. Jawbreaker answered by the champion, still fighting a man practically twice his size.
Yeah, the champion perhaps unwisely going to the outside, but swiftly back in there now. Oh, quick jab from Vega there.
Yeah, what a jab by Vega. Swift kick to the midsection, looking for a pile driver.
Oh my word!
Oh, what a counter by Parsons.
Again, just the strength of Parsons here tonight is phenomenal.
Yeah, Razor Parsons has unhuman core strength.
Oh,
it is unreal.
Parsons rolling to the outside. Vega taunting the audience here.
Are we sure Parsons human?
Oh, I have no idea.
This is not physically.
We've always taught it.
Physically possible. How is this kid still doing this?
Vega up to his feet. Oh, back down again. What an elbow to the forehead.
Anybody else would be out for the count. This would be a walk in the park for 40 minutes for Vega.
Again. When doves cry. Hooked for the pin.
Oh, Hunter wasn't ready for that.
Hunter very slow to the count there. But it didn't cost him, thankfully.
That is 4-2.
2 more victories. And Razor Parsons has equaled this thing up. Oh,
has the momentum changed to the back into the champions?
Oh
no, spoke too soon. Vega back on the attack.
What again with a Canadian face crusher. Parsons getting ever slower to his feet.
Who can blame him? The mere fact that he's getting back to his feet is impressive in itself. A Canadian face breaker, a Vega bomb to follow suit. This has to be it.
Turnbuckles, shall we add? And another pin.
So what's that, 6-2?
5-2.
5-2 to Vega.
Vega uncharacteristically trying to go up top. May have cost him here. What has Parsons got in mind? Oh, just came flying off. A double axe handle to the face of Vega.
Yeah, vicious double axe handle right to the chin of Vega.
Back in the ring once more. Vega with the advantage. Oh, counter by Parsons. Oof.
Snap me a takedown.
Goes back into that seated octopus stretch.
Great submission. This is might be what the champion needs.
Vega not quite reaching those ropes. Hunter keeping his eye on it.
There must be half an inch away there by Vega.
Powering out instead.
While doing what you do best. Powering out instead. Vega has made a career out of powering out. Looking for another. Boom! Canadian facebuster. That has become a real favourite of Vega over the last 12 months.
Looking for another pin.
2. No!
Again, somehow, some way, Razor Parsons is digging down deep enough to kick out of these pin attempts from Vega.
Well, remember, Vega still has that free fall advantage, Owen. So it's all for Parsons to do here. And he is just taking more and more and more punishment. There's only so much punishment that any human body, no matter how good a shape you're in, can take. That is it.
Another victory.
That's gotta be it. What's the score here now?
It's now 6-2
to Vega.
Parsons caught him again.
It's starting to become somewhat of a cricket score. This needs to be a free. No! Vega kicks out. Parsons taking the admiration, and why not? It is a stunning manoeuvre going to the top rope. You got nothing to lose at this point.
Himself to the knees.
Except perhaps a few ribs. Vega got his knees up.
Parsons quickly dodging again. Oh, didn't dodge that.
I mean, the sheer strength.
Again.
It's like having a bus stand on your chest.
Going for the pin.
2.
Vega again. Not managing to keep Parsons down, but still has that advantage.
Yeah, the inhuman resilience shown by Razor Parsons tonight. If he wins or loses here tonight,
call.
and it's looking more likely that he's going to lose. No one can doubt the man's effort or his resilience to keep on coming. Razor Parsons doesn't believe he's out of this one yet. He is still fighting back. Yes, and there it is.
7-3 now.
There we go. The fight back could be on here. 7 falls to 3 in Vega's favour. 35 minutes remain. There's still time here. But not if Vega keeps on the offense like this. When he's on this level, when he has that look in his eye.
Top. Oh, superplex.
Can any man in N.E.W. stand up to him?
Not even done with the punishment there. Looking for the Vega bomb. Oh! That's a drag. Razor Parsons away from the ropes though.
No! Passing kicks out 2.9. You have to feel that another fall now for Vega would arguably put this beyond the reach of Parsons in the time remaining, but 34 minutes. It took him 20 minutes to get one fall. You can get the amount of fall he needs on a normal man in this amount of time, I grant you. But this is not a normal man who win. Oh!
At this stage of the game, still with that phenomenal power.
If Razor Parsons wins this match at this point, I am calling it its greatest comeback in N.E.W. history.
Oh, the wave!
Oh! That modified version of Rick Weaver's finisher.
I'm just raking at the face of Vega, and I think Vega's bust open. Hard to tell whether that's blood or his hair.
No, I think you're right, Erwin. That's a good call. The challenger
is also now once more. When doves cry.
Losing blood, another when doves cry. Tremendous core strength once again. No! Still not enough to keep the big man down. Unbelievable. Unreal. This has been a war. An actual war here. Parsons keeps fighting back. That is the story. Parsons is still alive. Any man, any other man, I think, in the locker room right now could be on a stretcher at best.
Oh, caught again. That Canadian face crusher, excuse me. Razor Parsons somehow again fighting free of the clutches of the monster.
Well, we've
somehow still managing to pick the man up when doves cry.
Unbelievable. Fall back.
4-7 now.
4-7.
Parsons is getting ever closer.
There's only 3 in it now with 32 minutes remaining, and that is looking more and more promising for Razor Parsons. But Vega again trying to fight back. Swift kick, that almost donkey kick to the head there at the challenger.
Just like that.
Just vicious.
No.
Raw power. No. Couldn't keep Parsons down for 3.
Perhaps a semi-lapsidaisical pin there from Vega, costing him another victory. Now taking the time to catch his breath nearly halfway through this match.
Who can blame him? I mean, Vega at this point could really arguably just go on an defensive / avoidance strategy here and still walk out as a world champion. But we know that's not Vega's style. Oh, and there it is.
Another victory. It's now 4-8.
Still 4 falls in this one. Razor Parsons fighting back. Oh, another weave. Reza Parsons seems determined
The jarring of Vega's spine surely got to be catching
to
up
beat
with him.
Vega with his own
No.
team member's move. Parsons has tried time and again to get into the head of Vega, saying that Magnum Opus's focus is on Rick Weaver. Hell, the group, their own group, call him the future.
Looking for it again. When does cry?
That psychological game being played.
5-8.
5-8.
Once again, that
31
lead
minutes.
of Vega's is closing.
It's gone back to 3. As at any point in this match, as Vega had less than a free fall advantage, Erwin.
Well, Parsons again. Dodging. Only momentarily.
Double underhook. What's he gonna do here?
Just holding
Tremendous
on.
strength. A suplex there by Vega. Just utilising that God-given
Into the
ability.
bag. Could be trouble. Yes, again. Parsons trying to break that submission as soon as possible, but it cost him. 9-5 now to Vega.
That bear hug is the ace in the hole, Erwin. Whenever he needs it, whenever he feels he needs it, he can just squeeze the life out of a man. You're absolutely right. In a heartbeat.
Look at that.
Second.
But Vegas had that scouted. Knew somehow. Vega bomb again. The blood is starting to pour from both of these men now. And somehow Reza Parsons holding on.
Vega is one fall away from double figures, Erwin. With 29 minutes and 30 odd seconds remaining. Like I said, this could be a very long night indeed for Reza Parsons.
Well, yeah, again, we're only halfway through this match and another wave. It's been a blistering pace for what we thought would be a slow-paced affair.
Roy Hunter took a shot there. A double axe handle by Vega.
I think the elbow caught Hunter on the way down.
I don't think it was intentional, but it did take out the referee. That gut wrench may have connected with Hunter as well.
Vega uncharacteristically going up top. But the knees of Parsons were up.
That big splash by Vega was spectacular, but the knees were up by Parsons. Hangman on the top rope. Hunter starting to come to his senses here.
Vega quickly trying to apply.
Just in time for the bear hug.
And again. Now 5-10. 10 being to Vega, and it's starting to look like that uphill battle earlier on was all in vain for Reza Parsons, but that isn't stopping him.
Yeah, I mean 5 falls is a big ask for any man, Erwin. It's a big ask against anyone. But against Vega it could be damn near impossible. But Reza Parsons is refusing to quit. There's no quit in this kid. I think we've established that here tonight. We've established 3 things in my eyes, Erwin, with Reza Parsons here tonight. 1, unbelievable strength. Vega bomb by Vega. 2, unbelievable heart. He just keeps coming back.
Going for the pin.
2, 3.
11-5.
And 3, he just got up from yet another Vega bomb. Holy alright, Vega got the 3. It is 11-5 to Vega, but Reza Parsons is still fighting back, folks. He is still on his feet. He's still trying to stay in this thing.
Canadian face crusher from Parsons.
Parsons is not afraid to utilise his opponent's own stuff if he needs to.
Looking to put an exclamation mark on it. When does cry? Once more.
No! Vega is determined to keep that fall advantage. Reza Parsons blows him a kiss, but he could be blowing a kiss to the World Heavyweight Championship because it's slipping through his fingers.
This time it's Parsons catching his breath before Vega begins to stir.
The more that clock runs down, the more the advantage turns to the challenger.
Yeah, as as it stands, it is the challenger's match. Parsons
Oh,
is playing
hard elbow.
catch up. Oh,
Stiff right.
oh, and again, this incredible strength still ongoing. N.E.W's cry.
It's incredible strength and it's incredible feet, but it's not keeping Vega down.
Oh,
Again, Vega kicks out of N.E.W's cry. Vega seems to have an answer for that maneuver. I think it's the hook of the leg, Erwin. I think it's the sheer size of Vega that is preventing the free count. I don't think it's a lack of execution in the move. I think the sheer size of Vega is preventing Parsons hooking that leg for the free.
another seated octopus stretch applied, and you're right, that sheer size of Vega, the mass of each part of him, it's a ridiculous thing to try and adjust for.
We have seen that N.E.W's cry put people away time and time again. It's even had the answer for Vega once or twice in this match here tonight, but I think the reason he isn't getting it consistently is the sheer size of the monster, Erwin.
Oh, camel clutch. But right up in the ropes. Hunter quickly calling for that break. Oh, we're just being thrown around.
This has been quite the war. This has been 45 minutes of high impact, high velocity action. These two guys came at each other at the blocks at 100 miles per hour and haven't really slowed down since. Both men losing blood. Both men have took some high impact shots, but I think it's fair to say that the challenger with a 5-fall advantage is in the driving seat. Razor Parsons' blood on the spade-like hands of the monster. Vega bomb! Yet again, devastating, unequivocal dominance. No! Parsons kicks out again.
Remains 11-5, but as you've said, as time ticks down, this is looking all the more like Vega is coming out of this N.E.W. World Champion. Parsons' heart cannot be questioned.
If Parsons comes out, if Parsons comes out of this as world heavyweight champion, he may go down pretty much immediately as one of the best world champions of all time, Erwin.
Draping neckbreaker.
I mean, make no bones about it, this would be a biblical style proportion comeback.
Spinebuster.
Parsons really does have it all to do. That spinebuster is a great start, but he needs to start picking up falls quickly here, in my opinion, whether it be by submission. But Parsons seems to be determined to get Vega with this emphatic, impressive maneuver. N.E.W's cry!
Can he get a 3 this time?
No! Again Vega managing to get that leg loose, Erwin, and that springs the shoulder off the mat. You see exactly what we've been saying here. The monster is just simply too big to hook.
Went for a super kick, didn't quite get there. Vega dodges a drop kick as well.
The thing is, Parsons must realise that, Erwin. I mean, he's clearly got tremendous pedigree, tremendous talent.
Going for a pin.
It's ego from Parsons that is pulling him back to that manoeuvre, because we know he's got plenty of other manoeuvres in his catalogue, and you see that ego of Razor Parsons shining through, perhaps more aware now that he may be looking at his last 20 odd minutes as champion. What a spine buster! But it's not going down without a fight, that's for damn sure.
The blood on Vega's face. The blood on Parsons' face. There is no quitting either man. The biggest prize in our business on the line. No, still not a 3 count for Parsons. It still remains 5 on his side.
I can't help but admire Vega's determination to make Razor Parsons work extremely hard for every single fall that he has accomplished here tonight. Vega is refusing to give up any single ground here.
Gets a 3 that time.
Razor Parsons was determined, and Razor Parsons eventually got the fall. What's the score, Owen?
It's 11 to Vega, 6 to Parsons. Oof. Still a lot of catching up to do on Parsons' behalf.
We still had 21 minutes. He is halfway there. It's not out in the realms of possibility.
Vega again.
But you would have to start to believe in miracles when Vega delivers offense like that.
And like this, Vega bomb.
Oh dear Lord, even Roy Hunter flinched, for God's sake.
I wonder how much damage has been done to both men.
Every time Parson gets a fall back, Vega seems to come back with one of his own, Owen, and he has all that fall advantage.
Halving that score once again. It's now 6 victories. Parsons must grasp out of nowhere here.
What a Uranagi. I mean, the sheer velocity and viciousness of Vega this late in the game. Vega, who is a monster, has kept pace with Razor Parsons for 40 minutes here. Freak athlete that Vega is.
Kick out here. 2.
This is why, Owen, he is the marquee man of N.E.W. This is exactly why he is the ace in the hole for Magnum Opus. There was a reason Snake recruited this guy, Owen, and this is that reason.
Oh man, to hold the fort, if you will, Vega.
The man arguably soon to hold the throne.
As time ticks away, it's looking ever more likely.
He who controls the World Championship controls the company, Owen. You are the top man. That's been Razor Parsons' job for over 50 days, and he's done it well.
20 minutes left.
And Razor Parsons' heart, courage, determination, ability cannot be questioned. After tonight, anyone who doubted this kid needs to rethink that after tonight, because it's undoubtedly, in my mind at least, that Razor Parsons is one to watch.
Hang on.
He has multiple championships in his future, but tonight might not be his night.
Still not done. Begging Vega for more. May just get it.
Why in the name of God would you beg Vega for more? What kind of mentality is that, Owen? Sheer insanity, if you ask me.
Ready to deliver more. Vega bomb.
Perhaps that's what Parsons needs to come out of this one alive, never mind victorious. A little bit of insanity. Vega with another pin after yet another Vega bomb and yet another fall.
13-6.
Unreal. We're getting to cricket score level here, Owen.
Yeah,
that's an English sport for any of our American viewers.
Vega and Razor Parsons still fighting on regardless. The pace has slowed somewhat.
Think baseball, but, entertaining. Right, there we go. The bear claw. Of course, the GBH neck wrench, ever so slightly different.
I must note
Vega's on adaption, a homage, of course, to his teammate. We are 18 minutes away from Magnum Opus holding the world title once again, Owen. What do you think?
I think Parsons needs a miracle right about now. Vega, questionable stomp right there.
Does this basically solidify the unholy alliance that has now seemingly arisen between End Times Magnum Opus and the boss Adrian Goldman? There seems to be some understanding between these superpowers within N.E.W. If Vega does come out of this match world champion, and it's looking more and more likely, Owen, how does that change the power structure here in N.E.W? Another Vega bomb.
Again, it is what Magnum Opus and End Times seek, to capture all the belts. And Vega just seems ever determined to rack that score up now. 14-6. And how Parsons is even managing to muster a fight at this point in time. Oh, it's beyond me.
Yeah, the arm drag takedown, and bearing in mind though, in the more falls that Vega gets, the more he can claim that this was a dominant victory. Because people
sent over the top.
Don't remember the action, they remember the score.
Parsons rolling in behind Vega, but Vega still managing to get a hold of him. Stops. A knee to the ribs.
And Vega, and we read his CV out at the start of this match, knows all about statistics. Another weave from Razor Parsons trying to get that edge again. If not physically, then at least psychologically again. Vega refusing to stay down for the count of 3. Look at the amount of blood on the face of Vega though, Erwin.
It's a dangerous amount of blood to be losing even at the size of Vega.
This could be a factor
left as well.
We have 16 minutes remaining, and it is a monumental ask, but it is not impossible. I know Parsons is bust open as well, but Vega looks like he's lost more blood here.
I would say so. Caught by the throat.
Oh my lord! What a right hand!
That's a broken rib.
Sweet Jesus!
Right there. Following it up with a gut-wrench suplex.
Well, that's pretty much confirmed. Razor Parsons going to be peeing blood for about a week.
What a valiant fight it has been to keep that championship, but that monster Vega.
He just keeps on coming, doesn't he? What in the name of God is going to ever stop Vega?
No!
Parsons kicked out again.
15 minutes to go. But 8 victories it would require to even things up here for Parsons. That's almost an unbelievable ask.
I don't, you don't.
Another Vega bomb.
We've got 50 minutes left here. We have to call this as we see it, and this is getting hard to see a way out of this positively for Razor Parsons, Erwin.
That Parsons, regardless, still showing signs of fight. Still rocking Vega with some hellish right hands.
The fact that the kid's still standing is damn near a miracle. I mean, and he's hurt Vega as well. I mean, Vega's lost a lot of blood himself. Let's not ignore that. The sheer fact that Razor Parsons can still lift Vega at this stage in the game is unreal.
Especially with the amount of damage his ribs must have taken throughout this match. We've seen shot after shot to those ribs, and we've seen this several times. Another wave.
Razor Parsons is a man that can seemingly do the impossible. There's no doubt about that.
Looking for it again. 45 minutes into the match. Wendell's cry.
Just godlike core strength. And he's got to fall back, Erwin.
7:14 and 7 falls between them.
13 minutes. 50 seconds to go.
It's essentially two minutes per pin, and Parsons seems to realise that. Another Wendell's cry.
Yeah, he went right back for that devastating Wendell's cry. He's got the leg well hooked this time, but no, Vega still manages to get that shoulder up. I thought that was it. I thought Parsons had another fall right there.
Not a happy look on the face of Parsons as he looked around at this exploding audience.
There must be a sheer frustration in Parsons' heart now. When he hit him with his best move, he connected, he did everything perfectly, and the monster still kicked out. What else does Parsons need to do? I mean, short of throwing a bus at the guy, what in God's name does Parsons need to do?
Well, if it were earlier on, he could have afforded himself perhaps some disqualifications via weapons and then caught up that way, but I'm not even sure that would stop the monster Vega. With one ham hock hit seems to have knocked Razor Parsons silly once more. Manages to get down off that rope though.
Oh, yeah, it's like getting beaten by a cement truck, Erwin.
You can see the fatigue on Parsons. Couldn't follow up. 12 minutes. Digging down deep for a weave.
You saw the blood splatter out of Vega's face. That was disgusting. But was it enough to keep the monster down?
Another seated octopus stretch. face to face with the monster, contorting him. Nowhere near the ropes this time.
Vega is still not tapped out in this matchup. He's trying to get those rib shots again to Parsons. There you see it, trying to loosen that hold, and he finally does.
Is that damage to the arm going to add up in enough time? It looks not that way.
Vega, despite the injured arm, manages the Canadian face buster, face breaker. Gut wrench. That patented Vega gut wrench. And Vega just taking his time.
He can afford to at this rate. 14-7.
He's 11 minutes away from becoming a 5-time. Is he 4-time?
No, it would be his second reign as world champion. Surprisingly.
Well, I thought.
Of course, all the other championships he has.
I probably just confused with all the other many
yeah.
championships. Razor Parsons, however, is still a champion for 11 more minutes, and he's going out with a bang, one way or the other.
Taking it to the outside. I don't know how wise that was.
Yeah. What a drop kick, by the way, by Vega 50 minutes in to an Ironman match. I mean, this guy truly is a freak of an athlete, folks. It isn't just size. These guys just trading blows. I mean, Vega with a multitude of blood in his hands. Figuratively and literally.
Rolls in himself. Caught Parsons coming in again. And again, Canadian face crusher. Going for the pin. (15-7). The numbers not in Parsons' favour. The time not on his side.
A tremendous effort. Great first run as world champion. I'm sure it won't be his last. But I think even Parsons at this point may concede defeat. It's just a question of survival now. And a question of, well, we know Vega won't show any mercy. Parsons getting his shoulder up, refusing to be made a fool of here. Vega is, I think, is just trying to put an exclamation mark.
Still trying to hold on his
this
pride.
one. The match is won.
Another Vega bomb.
There is a sadistic and dark side to Vega that we know all too well. I can't believe this will only be his second World Heavyweight Championship run, but it's going to be dominant start. There's no doubt about that. Oh my God, he's just running through Parsons like a train. Parsons still trying to fight back. Misses with a clothesline. Sidestepped by Vega.
Again.
Haku chop. Beautiful.
Sending Parsons up to the top rope once more.
From the top.
Superplex.
There we go. What a superplex.
Parsons.
2.
Down again. Still manages to kick out. That pride, a big factor of this resilience from Razor Parsons. I can imagine he's going to spend a bit of time on the injury list after this.
Yeah, I mean, that is a very good point, Erwin. What kind of internal injuries does Razor Parsons have after this matchup?
How is he still fighting
I
back?
have no earthly idea how Razor Parsons is still standing, never mind fighting back. I mean, I'm not sure if Vega can believe it either. I mean, look how guarded Vega is still at this point in the matchup.
Vega bomb.
Vega is still in that zone, if you will. He is laser focused on Parsons. He's not taking his eye off him for 1 second. Vega is determined to prove a point here tonight. He is still the man here in N.E.W.
17-7, 10 victories in 7 minutes is an impossible feat. especially against Vega.
I just...
Parsons, oh. This time Vega
I you know, tenfold dividend would suggest that this has been dominant by Vega, and it has, but
rope break,
Razor Parsons has made a good account of himself against, well, one of the most experienced competitors N.E.W. has.
Arguably a freak of nature.
Oh, there's no doubt, there's no question in my mind that this guy isn't human. I mean, whatever Vega is, he's definitely not human. There is no one this guy, this size, who is this athletic, this quick, this powerful, and has this much endurance. I cannot overemphasize the endurance part of it, folks, because that's the bit that makes Vega truly scary. He just keeps coming at you.
Somehow Razor Parsons sharing that tenacity, still kicking out.
Yeah, Razor Parsons has impressed me on a whole different level here tonight. The sheer guts.
Wave! He's straight for the pin. Oh, the
still
rope
trying
break.
to get one back here. Still making a good account of himself. Determined to go out a fighting champion. And Razor Parsons. Oh, look at this strength though in this stage in the game.
When doves cry. Hooked in the corner for a pin. Oh.
Vega still kicking out of it, and Razor Parsons still seemingly with that cocky edge, despite the obvious pain he must be in. And again, gonna get one more in at least, says Razor Parsons. 2. Yes.
He does. 17-8. Oh, going for another quick pin, but caught up in the ropes too much there.
Yeah, Razor Parsons. I mean, I don't think anyone's told him.
Oh,
yeah, what a kick!
What a big boot!
Sweet Jesus, what a kick from nowhere! Taking the big man off his feet. What a shot by
another spinebuster!
Double A! Great spinebuster by Parsons.
5 minutes to go. Oh, and my hopes and dreams for him picking up another win there was starting to sink in, but Vega said otherwise.
Yeah, Vega stopped that comeback.
Oh, wait, DDT!
No, he didn't. I can't believe this kid. I mean, I know it's not funny, but it's ridiculous.
Oh,
how is he even still conscious? How is this even possible? I can't quite believe what I'm seeing with my own goddamn eyes. Razor Parsons on the comeback trail.
Turning Vega around to choke him out some more. A hard strike. Oh, and again. Parsons is arguably out of time. Oh. What a spinebuster. Oh, rolls over for a pin beautifully. Yes. Oh, and gets it.
When in doubt, go double A.
9-17, the chances of him actually managing to catch up would be phenomenal, but he's certainly trying to do just that.
Well, he needs 8. 2. No! He needs 8 to win. Well, he needs 8 to draw, but he'd keep the championship if he gets 8. There's 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
And somehow I believe he can now do that after what I've witnessed in this Iron Man match.
I mean,
I still think Razor Parsons could somehow win this.
I think Vega does as well. I think that's the point here, and I think this is why the monster keeps coming back at him, and he's gone for that ace in the hole, if you will, that submission. The flick of the leg hits the ropes. You're absolutely right. Good call there. Roy Hunter spotted it. Broke the bear hug.
Oh, but yet another cranium shaking Vega bomb.
Oh, dear Lord. Why must you? Apparently he must. 2. There we go.
It's now 18-9. Oof. Hard shot. When doves cry. Center of the ring. Oh, but still couldn't keep the leg hooked. And I think Razor Parsons knows definitely now that he is out of time to clinch his championship opportunity, to clinch his defence, should I say, and that now he's just getting the opportunity to beat down the new champion instead. He's certainly doing just that, but Vega is fighting back, stumbles out of the corner. Oh, quick boot.
The amount of blood loss between both these men now, Erwin.
Oh, another DDT!
As we get to the final stages of this matchup, as well as being a full medal type affair. Hard shots.
Oh, another wave!
Unreal resilience. A fighting spirit found by Razor Parsons, the likes of which I don't think we've ever really seen before.
An unstoppable attack from both. Another Wendel's cry.
Beautiful execution.
And at least Razor Parsons can say
fall back.
He got into double figures against Vega. 18-10. Still a huge lead for Vega.
Oh yeah, it's massive. We've just gone over a minute left. I think even Razor Parsons couldn't do that, but what a fight back here, and he was dead in the water 5 minutes into this thing. He was 4 down before the first 10 minutes of this match were over, and he's just kept fighting back.
Another Canadian face crusher. Oh! But hard right hand. Again, Parsons fighting to the bitter end. With just over 30 seconds left in this main event. And Parsons still laying it to the monster Vega, who's outsized him in every way.
Oh no, sorry, was that Lufez?
I believe it was,
Takedown there by Vega as the last 10 seconds of this match. Looming
Another Vega bomb.
There's time for one more emphatic statement by the monster. 5, 4, too late for another pin. But
and that's it.
Vega will end this match.
18-10.
18-10, the victor and the new N.E.W. World Heavyweight Champion. Magnum Opus once again with the power in N.E.W.
And with that, we will wait until next week to see what anarchy awaits us. With Magnum Opus, no doubt Snake is going to lay down some kind of coronation for our new champion or some such nonsense.
And why not? Vega reigns supreme.
We'll be back next Saturday for Brawl to see what kind of consequences unfold as a result of tonight. End Times managing to keep their belts. Magnum Opus are going home with the world title.